Okay, this is 2 dozen ways to attract leads to your business. So first of all, let me tell you, when I first started out, I'd get mad at my family and friends. I'd get mad because of the fact that they couldn't clearly see this is the best thing since windshield wipers in the rain. I'd be like, are y'all insane? You know, you gonna research? What you mean you gonna research? You ain't made a good decision in your whole life, you know? You ain't researched all that liquor last night, you know? You ain't researched the leather in them cheap shoes. How about you research the lottery, since clearly that's your plan, you moron, you know? And turns out I was the one that had to toughen up, you know, because you got to be tough if you're going to be what? Stupid. That's right. That's right. It wasn't their fault. What wasn't their fault that I'm coming at them like I'm Warren Buffett all of a sudden? And they know I was just down bad. You know what I mean? This is why training is important. Because you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. I want to expand your awareness until you see that the streets are literally paved with gold. There's literally money everywhere. And if I can go, you know, some of you guys know my story. If I can go from homeless, and I was homeless out of pride. I wasn't eat out of the trash homeless, right? But I was like, I'm not asking for no hand, right? And if I can go from that to driving what I drive, living how I live, you know, watches and vacations and all of that, you can do it too. And probably way easier than me. You know, please be better than me. But the first key is you got to be smart. You have to be an opportunity detective. You've got to be an opportunity detective. You have to be conscious if you want to make a lot of money out here. There's nobody that makes immense sums of money who is not conscious, who is not awake. And this is why training is so important. Millionaires, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. So what we're going to get into now is 2 dozen ways you can start attracting a lot more leads to your business. I didn't say chasing leads. I didn't say mess around and end up joining the NFL club, the no friends left, the no friends and family club, right? That's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is we're going to take it from a different approach. Here's the word I want you to write down. Preeminence. Millionaires, preeminence. You've got to have authority and credibility. We call it preeminence. A lot of these techniques I'm about to give you are based around the concept of preeminence. Preeminence means you've got authority. Preeminence means you get to stop selling and start prescribing. I mean, think about a doctor, okay? That's got to be the shortest sales cycle in all of commerce. You go in there because you're having a cough. Next thing you know, he's like lying on his table and you can't even leave the room because you're naked underneath the robe, right? You don't even have access to your clothes. He's like, oh, we need to operate. He's like, roll him into the you don't give no objection. You don't give any rebuttals. He's just taking you into and now they're shortest sales cycle in the whole world of commerce. And check it out. It's all based on authority. It's all based on credibility. What if we can get you to the level where you have that sort of authority? Wouldn't that help you attract everything you need? Get to the point where you stop selling and you start diagnosing and prescribing. That means we have to raise your preeminence level. So how do you do it? Here's the first one. Networking events. Millionaires Chamber of Commerce. Toastmasters, workshops, classes, etc. Networking events of all types are gold for you. Many of you have been to Advanced Sales Mastery. We'll have another one soon, but one of the concepts I taught in that is that you've got to get to a place where people owe you favors. You got to think of this more like the mob, right? You got to have everybody owing you favors, baby. This is politics. So get up in those and then don't ask to sell your credit repair or your business loans. What you do is say, hey, what are you working on right now? What are you really excited about? Hey, if I was out and about, what does your prime customer look like? How do I know if I'm looking at the perfect customer for you? Well, see, these are the questions that are going to help you make them owe you favors because you're going to follow up unlike everybody else in that networking event. Am I making sense to you? Number 2 would be Craigslist. You know, you could do passive Craigslist stuff like lead magnets and responding to other people's ads that they place. Or you can be active with your Craigslist participation. You know, like you could straight put up ads that say, looking for credit repair affiliates, free training, start for $1. And then you can test that one with a different Google number because those are free and test that against something that says, make thousands a week, referring credit repair clients, free training. Right? Just test out different stuff. Google voice numbers are free. You get to see which phone number's ringing the most. That tells you what's working. And then you can go and place that ad all kinds of places, right? Thrifty Nickels, all kinds of little classified ad type places. Craigslist can be a gold mine for you millionaires. Here's the next one. Number 3, Facebook. I don't know how many of you have 5,000 friends like I'm blessed to have, right? The reason I put it in air quotes is because I can't even add nobody without going through this whole process of who do I get rid of? Y'all gonna laugh at me, but I get rid of people on their birthday. Like, happy birthday, and by the way, I don't know who you are, delete, right? But some of you don't even have that issue. Add X amount of people daily, 5 people daily that you never talk to. Here's another one. Engage friends that you never speak with. Do you know if you're not engaging with them, they don't even see your posts? Think about that. It's sort of like a karma algorithm. If you want to start popping up on their timeline more, you got to start popping up on theirs. Am I making sense? Facebook can be powerful for you. Here's another way it can be powerful. Number 4, join Facebook groups. Join Facebook groups. I'm talking about Jim Rohn. I'm talking about ET. I'm talking about credit score groups. When's the last time you searched for credit repair? And then in the group section, you know, on Facebook, you can go to a certain section that says groups. Try that out. And then join one of those groups. And then here's an advanced hack for you. You should start a group. Start a group, because what will happen is Facebook will start suggesting people to you. They will start suggesting your group to people. It's amazing. Here's another one for you. Cork boards. I love cork boards because all of those business owners, you know, when you walk in Arden's Garden or, you know, Home Depot, they'll have a little cork board and it'll have all these business cards on it. All those entrepreneurs are really serious. They may not be doing the best financially, but they're really serious. Good prospects, good prospects. What about tap rooting? Tap rooting is when you reach out to a family or a friend and you ask them who they got for you. And I got a little hack for you when it comes to tap rooting. Tap rooting works a lot better when it's somebody who you feel a kinship with, right? They're in your warm circle. They're in your inner. Well, here's the thing. Now you can pull out them personal problems. Hey, look, I'm trying to help grandma, you know, handle something. I'm trying to get my car back driving again. I'm trying to take this vacation. I want to take the wife and kids to Europe. This is my little way to do it. I'm not asking for a handout, baby. I'm asking for a hand up. So I need 2 or 3 people that you know could utilize a little credit repair. Maybe they weren't going to change their credit till next year. Maybe they weren't going to improve their credit till 2 years from now. But I'm asking them to do it now because, hey, it's better to dig a well before you're thirsty anyway. Number 7 I love because all it takes is a laptop or a phone. Just Google and then put in your city name, you know, Atlanta or Chicago, whatever it is, and then professionals. You can realtors, mortgage lenders, down payment assistance specialists, closing attorneys, home inspectors, first-time home buyer industry groups, HUD representatives, NSP property specialists, homeowner insurance providers, financial planners, car salesmen, and we'll get more to that a lot. We'll get a lot more into that a little bit later. But listen to me. When you Google them, you'll just get lists and directories. This is your lead list. I hope I'm making sense to somebody out there. This is your lead list. At the point you call them with that millionaire-minded attitude where you're just like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm looking to help you. What are your goals for this quarter? What are your goals to end the year strong or to begin the year strong, right? At that point, you separate yourself from everybody else that has called them. Find out their goals. Even if you don't have a way to present a solution right away, get off the phone. Check into your personnel file. Remember that from the welcome call? We talked about your personnel file, right? And what you do is now you can solve a problem for them. You can create a solution for them. It may take a little brainstorming, it may take a little bit of masterminding, but you're going to find a solution for them and make it so that they owe you a favor. Am I making sense to somebody? All right, and here's number 8. Use meetup.com. Use LinkedIn. Do you know LinkedIn has a $100,000 average income? That's a powerful place to be for your business. Meetup.com and LinkedIn. Here's number 9, Twitter. Do you know you can type in anything in Twitter? It doesn't have to be a hashtag, and whoever used those words in their tweet is going to show up in your timeline. So you can put credit repair or looking for a home or looking for a new car or a used car, etc., so forth. All kinds of cool stuff will pop up. This is a lead list for you. What about a Facebook business page? How many of you understand that you can't even place Facebook ads, which is a wave of the future? You know, this is a different training, but everybody that sold their Facebook stock is tripping. You know what I mean? If you don't believe nothing else, you better believe Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos are battling for king of the universe. You know, Elon Musk is in there somewhere, Bill Gates, but it's mostly them. My point is Facebook business page allows you to place ads to exactly the people that you're looking for. I mean, they have made you lay out all your likes and dislikes. I mean, they even call it a like page, for God's sake. You gotta think about it. Big Brother becomes your friend once you're a business owner, and that's the point I want to make. Start a business page today. Number 11 would be YouTube. Millionaires, start a YouTube page. If you get more than 1,000 followers for the page and more than 6,000 hours of views that people have watched, you get monetized. They start sending you a check. You gotta love it. Church events. Not only should you attend church events, but you should throw church events. Think about how you can base a financial literacy class on the principles of King Solomon. Well, that story of the 5 talents, which is basically the story of how, scared money don't make no money, right? You can base a whole financial literacy class around some of this. What about paying it forward? You're at the toll booth or you're at the Starbucks and somebody's behind you, so you say, hey, I'm gonna pay for their coffee and give them this business card for me. God bless you, right? What about Sizzle cards? Go to simplevoicebox.com. For $5 a month, they'll give you a phone number that you can put a pre-recorded message in. People dial the number and you get their phone number at midnight that night. Now, it don't matter what the message says. All that really matters is what message they responded to on the card or on the bandit sign. Once they call, you know they're interested in whatever message you put right there. But what's a bandit sign? It's those signs on the side of the road that say, we'll clean 5 carpets in your house for $3. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. Those are incredible signs for you. You should try that with your credit repair business. You should try that with your opportunity. And I had to make those separate because you shouldn't always just be going for people that need their credit fixed. Some people just need an extra few $1,000s every month. It's important to have messages for both. What about going to the bookstore and putting your business card in relevant books? Go to the financial literacy section. Go to the self-help section. Put your stuff inside the Income Opportunities magazine. You'd be surprised. What about realtor magazines? What about realtor signs? You call them up like, man, I've been in your area a lot. I keep seeing your sign. I wanted to make myself known because I actually work with real estate agents. We'll get more into that in a little while. But those are leads for you. This is a whole lead list. You should never, ever, after watching this video, ever have issues with leads again. What about bandit signs? You guys familiar with these? Yeah, you are. On the highway, you see them off to the side. We'll fix 5 carpets in your house for $3. Stuff like that, right? Well, what you can do is take the bandit sign and fill it out for yourself, right? You can handwrite it. You can get it made. What about wearing a billboard? Polo shirts, t-shirts, buttons. I had a buddy that went to a real estate seminar and he wore a polo shirt with a red thing that said got credit and his phone number. Phone wouldn't stop ringing. What about car signs on the side of your car? Start for $1. Need extra money for holiday shopping? Listen. People are seeing your car all day. Why not make it work for you? And guess what you can do after you put the magnet on the side? You can start to write off a portion of that car note. That's a different training note. What about charity events? Everybody there is a servant leader. Or what? They are balling. Right? So go to charity events. Either way, you need them in your network. You need them owing you favors. What about trade shows? Google your city name and then trade shows. You want to find relevant trade shows that are in your market or your market that you have targeted. What about fish bowls? How many times have you gone inside a restaurant, a salon, a dry cleaners, and you see something like, hey, you can win this if you put your business card in here? Listen, the reason that people do that is because it works. Go to the dollar store, get yourself a either fish bowl or a flower vase, right? And then win free credit repair for 3 months. 5 winners will be chosen. Enter here with your business card or business card raffle. You just do that on an index card or go get it printed up at Kinko's. Have somebody design it in a 3x5 format on Fiverr. And then before you know it, you've got a professional looking lead capture system. And then all these places that you patronize, let them help you out. I hope that's beautiful. What about number 24? Home ownership preparation and education events. That means you get together with a realtor. I named you a bunch of people to contact earlier. You get together with the realtor and all these other people, home insurance salespeople, mortgage bankers, and you create an environment and then you market it by saying home ownership for people with less than perfect credit. Now, who's going to show up to the event? People with what? less than perfect credit. I hope this is making sense. And here's the last one I'm going to leave you with, and that's COPE events. So if HOPE is home ownership, preparation, and education, what do you think COPE is? That's right, car ownership, preparation, and education. Millionaires, think about it. It is a gold mine. They are seeing hundreds of people per week that all have horrible credit, because if they had good credit, they'd be at what? The dealership. But they're not at the dealership. They're at what? The car lot. Make friends with these people. Maybe you should even become a car sales consultant. Maybe you should even get into the field of helping them sell more cars. It's nothing but a Google search away, because what happens in that industry is that people are just thrown in and they're told to swim or die. Well, guess what? That's a good thing for you, because if you show up with all kinds of things that help them sell more cars, when they're only making $100 and $150 per car, and they can make easily that much doing the credit repair part. And here's the thing, when people call that car lot, they're just looking for the car for the lowest price possible. So a lot of times when a car salesman calls them back, that lead that the car lot paid to have is now useless, because they just bought the same car down the street. It's no longer useless once they get involved with us. Now we have a different purpose for that phone number that they have just collected. Hope I'm making sense to somebody. Hope this was helpful. This is 2 dozen ways to attract leads to your business. Your business will never be the same again after this training. Watch it a few times if you have to. Write them down. Pick out your favorites. And I want to challenge you to try each one of these at least one time. I want to challenge you to get your team to try each one of these at least one time and watch how your business explodes. A lot of us are mastering things that don't even have the possibility of making us rich. It's time to make a change. Remember, either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals will just start to shrink to match your mind. Let's get it.